So you're a founder, a CEO, an executive. You've built entire businesses from the ground up. You excel at making intelligent, data-driven decisions. And yet, when you step into the trading arena, something just breaks. Despite all your intelligence, despite your success, you find yourself making the same costly mistakes over and over. Let's diagnose exactly why this is happening, and more importantly, let's fix it.
Okay, let's get right into this. The reason you're failing isn't because you're missing some piece of information. It's not about finding one more secret indicator or some magic strategy. The truth is, the market couldn't care less how smart you are. It's an arena that will ruthlessly expose psychological weaknesses you probably didn't even know you had, and that's the real game we have to master. And this brings us to this really fascinating and, frankly, frustrating paradox. The very traits that make you an absolute killer in your business, your drive, your decisiveness, your ability to take calculated risks, those can actually become your biggest liabilities in trading if they're not channeled through a rigid operational structure. You see, the market demands a totally different kind of discipline.
So here's the crucial point, and I really want you to get this. Let's just assume your trading strategy, your actual plan, is sound. The reason for the blown accounts isn't the plan itself. It's the internal psychological framework, your operating system, that you're using to execute that plan when the pressure is on. You would never run a multi-million-dollar company without strict operational protocols. So why would you manage your own capital any differently?
Now let's really break down the actual components of success in this game. Professional trading operates on a principle that most aspiring traders get completely backward. It's not really about what you see on the chart. It's about what's going on between your ears. And this is where we have to reframe the entire challenge. Elite trading is 80% mindset and psychology and only 20% system and strategy. Now think about that. Most failing traders obsess over the 20%, the indicators, the entries, the patterns, while completely ignoring the 80%, which is the whole mental game of execution, discipline, and risk management.
Think of it like this. Your strategy is the engine in a high-performance car. It's got immense power. But your psychology? You're the driver. A powerful engine is useless. In fact, it's incredibly dangerous in the hands of a reckless driver. Professionals stop trying to build a faster engine, and instead, they focus on becoming a world-class driver.
So, let's identify the specific enemies in this mental battle. These are the 3 psychological triggers that consistently sabotage even the most intelligent, well-capitalized traders. Just recognizing them is the absolute first step to defeating them. First up, FOMO. You see a massive green candle just rip across the screen and your brain screams, "Get in now or you'll miss the whole move." So you jump in, completely abandoning your process. But the reality is, by the time you feel that powerful urgency, the move is often already over. You've just bought the top, becoming the exit liquidity for the professionals who are already in.
Next is impatience. Look, professionals understand that most of their job is just waiting for the market to present a high-probability setup that perfectly fits their plan. Amateurs, on the other hand, feel like they need to be doing something all the time. And this constant need for action leads them to force trades that just aren't there, turning a disciplined business operation into a low-odds gamble. Patience preserves your capital.
And finally, greed. This one is the silent killer. Greed is what makes you hold on to a losing trade, just hoping it'll come back. It's what makes you move your stop loss just this one time. It turns a small, acceptable, predefined loss, which is just a business expense, into an account-threatening disaster. You have to master your risk, or the market will absolutely master you. This is the perfect analogy for what we call the gym membership effect. You know, having a profitable trading plan is totally useless if you don't have the discipline to follow it every single day, especially on the days you don't feel like it. The initial excitement of a new strategy always fades. It's the consistent, even boring, execution of your process that produces results, not the plan itself. Okay, now let's talk about the primary weapon that traders use for self-destruction: leverage. In the hands of a disciplined operator with a solid system, it's a powerful tool. But for the trader who's driven by FOMO, impatience, and greed, it's pure poison. And let me be crystal clear about this. When an exchange offers you 100x leverage, they are not doing you a favor. They are setting a trap. They know that this insane level of leverage preys directly on the psychological flaws we just talked about. It's specifically designed to accelerate the process of you blowing up your account.
Let's just look at a real-world example. With low leverage, a minor 20-point pullback against your position is a manageable $40 loss. It's a paper cut. You can handle it, you stick to your plan. But with high leverage, that exact same 20-point move is a catastrophic $400 loss. That's 40% of your account gone in seconds. You panic, you abandon your plan, and you make a purely emotional decision. Over-leveraging kills accounts, period.
So, what is the solution? It's not finding a new indicator, it's not a different strategy. The real solution is to install a new operating system, a robust, non-negotiable framework that governs every single action you take in the market. We call this a structured trading operating architecture.
And this is the core of that system. These aren't just good ideas, they are mandatory rules of engagement. You must predefine your maximum risk on every single trade. You must use hard stop-loss orders to enforce that risk. You must analyze your losses objectively to improve your process. And you absolutely must have a systematic, non-emotional plan for taking your profits.
This is the fundamental paradigm shift you have to make. Stop trying to predict the future. You can't. Your job is not to be right. Your job is to be an elite risk manager. Professionals focus first and foremost on preserving their capital. They know that if they manage the downside, the upside will take care of itself over time as their system's edge plays out.
So I'll leave you with this one question. I want you to look at your current approach to the markets, the lack of process, the emotional decisions, the inconsistent risk management. Be honest. Are you running it like a serious business, or are you treating it like a trip to the casino? Because your results will be a direct reflection of that answer. And making that shift from hobbyist to business operator, that's the single most important step you can take. If you've made it this far, you're not just curious, you're serious, and that's exactly who STOA was built for. Here's the deal. We don't accept everyone. We run on an application-only system because we only work with people who are ready to operate at the next level. So if you want to stop wasting hours chasing noise and instead run a proven, documented process that gets results in less than 90 minutes a day, apply now. There are limited seats, and once they're filled, they're gone for the quarter. Click the link in the description, fill out the short application, and let's see if you're a fit.